Be live. For those wondering where I am, I'm at Lakeshore Blvd East, coming to Carlaw Avenue. I'm here to check the reconstruction progress and how they're doing for the intersection redesigning and the new multi-use trails and dedicated bike trails that they're going to be extending. So as you can see here, we have some corner protections for the bike lane. This is the Lakeshore bike trail, and this is the sidewalk for pedestrians. They meet up together at the intersection. We got some corner islands already where some lampposts are. We still have temporary traffic signals though. Left turns recently got upgraded to fully protected though, for eastbound and westbound for Lakeshore, which is good. It used to be protected permissive, but they upgraded it to fully protected, which in my opinion was way overdue. And it's extendable, as you can see. I think actually it's fixed time right now where it always extends to the maximum. I know westbound is callable, I think it's extendable. Eastbound it comes on as fixed time. And during rush hour it's longer too. And they increased the all red interval here because it was only 1 second before. And over at the far side here, we have some temporary bicycle signals and some corner island protection on the far side here. They haven't opened the sidewalk and bike trail yet because they're still reconstructing the south side of the bike trail. It was a multi-use trail, but now they're actually going to be widening the roadway and the side here to separate the bike trail from pedestrians. There will be a new sidewalk as well. And over here we have temporary bicycle signals until construction's finished. We have preparation for the new permanent traffic signals here. And I think I'm just gonna cross to this corner here. I'll go whichever way this cyclist doesn't go, I'll go here. Northbound has a leading protected permissive left turn green arrow, as you can see. And there's no left turn for southbound. Thank you again. And over up on this side here, we also have some corner island, or not islands, but they completed the curbs basically at this intersection here. And they put some of the permanent lampposts in. And this intersection is supposed to be complete by the end of this year. So I'm wondering if they're going to keep left turns fully protected, which I hope they do, personally. They are right now, at least. Then the left turn phase continues for eastbound. And it's well used as well normally, so it's good that they make it fixed time, extending to the maximum. Okay, now the maximum green time was reached. And at this time, southbound, during the eastbound protected permissive left turn, although it's not on right now, but southbound also is a right turn overlap with a no right turn on red except on green arrow. The no left turn signage is temporary though for southbound, and that's because of construction lane closure purposes. I'm just gonna get a quick video of the northbound protected permissive left turn, then I'll head on to continue west after. The crosswalk on the west leg is also temporarily closed because they still haven't completed construction yet with the curb and everything. I like how this guy here is to make sure that nobody illegally turns left for southbound, and also to make sure the drivers yield properly. So we're going to see the left turns come on. Oh no, they didn't come on. Oh, there's no left turn call for a westbound. That's unusual. Well, I'll cross then, and we'll get a good view of the right turn overlap. No right turn on red, except on green arrow, so southbound can turn right now because the green arrow is on. Yeah, there isn't anyone in the left turn lane westbound. I thought there was from my angle. Well, I'm going to continue on now. And over here we have an all-new multi-use trail. So let's check out their progress with further road reconstruction. And it looks like that they're also widening the east leg for the eastbound approach of Lakeshore, which I'm really glad about that. It looks like there's going to be enough room for 5 lanes eastbound. Well, 3 through lanes with a dedicated left turn lane, or 1 dedicated right turn lane, or maybe 3 eastbound through lanes and 2 dedicated left turn lanes, or maybe just 4 lanes with a buffer. But this multi-use trail is all new. This used to be just one sidewalk about half the width of this. And then as we walk further west, I'm also going to take a look at the progress that they're making of those other intersection redesigns, and I believe that they're going to be putting new traffic signals over at Morse Street at a block or 2 from now. And then over at Don Roadway, at the next current signalized intersection, I heard that they're almost done with, if not done with, Don Roadway. I'm going to check that out and see if they reopened it and how it looks like. I'm just relieved that they have this, that they finally reconstructed the median to make it impossible for drivers to illegally hold traffic to turn left and make a U-turn. There was always a median before construction began here. They had to temporarily tear it up though, so that they can reconstruct the whole road, and then it allows drivers an opportunity to illegally hold traffic and make a U-turn or left turn, and lots of people got angry and they finally reconstructed the median. And since then, a lot of people actually make U-turns at the left turn signals now. At least one person just made a U-turn. And usually they turn right at those next blocks after, which is what they should do, in my opinion. Alright, so we have a nice new wide sidewalk curb here. Those 2 signages here, that's just for, I mean, it's permanent, but this is temporarily signage for construction. Even without the median, that signage was always there. Multi-use trail goes up here too. This is where it looks like they're going to be putting new traffic signals. There's a stairway here and an accessible ramp. They didn't put any permanent lampposts up yet for the traffic signals, but looking at these circular bases here, it looks like they'll be putting traffic signals here. And also the way the curb goes down here too, there's probably going to be some traffic signals here. And maybe here too. Oh yeah, and over here. I'm pretty sure they're going to be putting traffic signals here. The median narrows for an eastbound left turn lane probably. Alright, let's go back up to the multi-use trail. I'm actually going to just quickly lower the brightness on my phone because my battery's not going to last long. It's already at 67% and I was at 77% when I started the stream 11 minutes and 52 seconds ago. My battery's probably going to die before I'm willing to end the stream. Nevertheless, we're still going to have time to make it over to Don Roadway to check things out and their progress. Good, no left turn. Further ahead, they're doing work with tree planting, even though it's almost winter season by now, but it's good that they're planning for next season. I appreciate that he's not gonna, well, he can't really. Let's see, is this guy gonna reverse? No. I'll wait for him to go though. Don't cut people off, wait for a safe gap. Oh, hammer on that gas pedal. Go, go, go. Alright, so up ahead is the signals at Don Roadway. And I'm going to check their progress. On the right, it looks like they really widens Lakeshore, which is good, especially if they need a dedicated right turn lane for people to turn right onto the roadway. I love road widening personally. And as you can see, they also pretty much completed the second bridge, the westbound bridge. So now eastbound and westbound have their own separate bridge to go across the Don River. So they have protected intersection elements. Awesome. So it looks like we have a bicycle trail connection that will go connecting north to the north leg that's currently being closed for construction. And there's a multi-use trail that goes south over there. And looks like that there's also going to be a connection on the west leg. Let's go west to take a closer look at what's going on. And surprisingly, Don Roadway actually has not reopened to traffic. I thought for sure that it was reopened according to reports, but maybe not. Yeah, all four corners look like they'll have bicycle crossings. And I'm not gonna go for any further west than here on Lakeshore because there's no pedestrian access beyond the bridge here. But they did some good widening for the bridge, which I'm pleased about. As for signal timing, I don't see any sign of any permanent signals. They're going to be putting temporary bicycle signals for when Don Roadway reopens. And it looks like southbound's also going to be getting a new protected permissive left turn, which southbound never actually had one at this intersection before. Northbound did before this intersection closed for a decade's worth of construction. And right now there's no turns for eastbound. Right turns will be allowed once Don Roadway reopens. And I think there's going to be a new dedicated left turn lane for eastbound. As for westbound, when Don Roadway reopens, there won't be left turns allowed right away, but right turns will be allowed. And I'm going to continue south here because I know that beyond this bridge here, there's no pedestrian access because they haven't finished reconstructing everything there yet. So let's go south here to Commissioner Street. And then we'll go over that new double orange bridge. Oops, I keep dropping my gloves. So there's a separate sidewalk and a separate bicycle trail on the west side where I am. I like how they have lighting for the road and the sidewalk and a bike trail as well. And over for the road coming up, we have a level 1 type A pedestrian crossover. This one is new. And I love how there's a median that separates the crosswalk into 2 stages, one for the bicycle trail and the other for the road. And it looks like that there's going to be another bicycle connection, like an underpass that goes under the new red bridge here. A good convenience way for bicycles to get to the south side of Commissioner Street. Wait a minute. Is access closed to Commissioner Street? It looks like they actually haven't opened access to Commissioner Street to bicycles and pedestrians on the south leg. Interesting. I'm actually surprised they didn't open access to Commissioner Street yet. It's wide open for pedestrians and bicycles to use from Lakeshore. Wonder why they didn't open it. They must have forgotten or something. Can't really go around on the right. Nice waves. Let's see if I can go around on the left. Here's a nice view of John Roadway, actually. Since the road is closed, the signals don't even matter for this crosswalk. So John Roadway looks like it's going to be a 1 lane in each direction with dedicated turn lanes. At the south end of John Roadway, where it meets with Commissioner Street, we have a dedicated left and dedicated right turn lane. And it looks like they have additional yellow buffer space if they need to widen for a through lane if they ever extend John Roadway further south. That's good. Now let's see here if we can access Commissioner Street. It doesn't look like there is. I don't want to squeeze there. Well, looks like we're gonna have to go back. I'll find a way. I'm sure there's a way that they made. I'll take the multi-use tread low. Check the battery at 59%. Oh, wait a minute. I walked by a bicycle underpass connection. Do you think they might have left that closed because they want people to use the underpass as a temporary navigation until the intersection opens? that might be why, actually. I'm gonna actually go back to the West Lake to see if I can access Commissioner Street by going through the underpass. And we're gonna use the level 1 type A pedestrian crossover. It's newly lit. They have LEDs lighting up the rectangular lighting, or yellow rectangular boxes. They have Fortran beacons. There's no traffic. It doesn't even matter if I push the button at this point, but we get to see it in action. So this underpass right here, I think they want people to use the underpass if they're going to be closing off access to the intersection here. So let's see where this goes. Ooh, and signage says it's actually only for bicycles. I'm assuming that it could temporarily be a multi-use trail until they open access to this intersection, because I can't even get to this intersection. And I just realized it looks like that they closed off access here too. Well, I guess we're gonna have to walk back a block east and then go south and then back west over to this intersection. I just realized I dropped my glove. I can't do that. I'm gonna be losing a lot of gloves, or mittens really. Well, looks like we have the whole block to ourselves, everyone. We're alone at last. Nobody around, just you, the viewers, me, us, taking the whole block to ourselves, everyone. This would be a good time to just sit down and relax. And this would be a good time for also me to put my mittens on. Don't worry, everyone, I'll be back. I'm just putting my mittens on because it's getting cold now. I mean, temperature's not bad now, but it's gonna get colder as the evening progresses. I mean, it's still afternoon, really, but... Well, I'm gonna have to go back. But since there's no traffic, the road is closed to drivers and motor vehicles. For the fans that love PXOs, we'll get to see the pedestrian crossover level 1 type A in action. They have LEDs that light up the road here. There's no traffic, so I don't even need to push the button, but we get to see it in action for the fans. Level 1 type A pedestrian crossover. Now, since I walked on the west side on the way south, I'm going to walk on the east side on the way north. I love how we just have the whole block to ourselves. People on the other side of the fence at the intersection are probably thinking, how on earth did we get here? Well, all this fencing, you don't know if you can see it from here, they actually closed off the intersection. They closed off access for people to come from Commissioner Street to where I'm standing. And I didn't even know that or realize that until I came from the north side. Because they left access open for pedestrians coming from the north north side. So we're gonna have to find our way around that fence. We'll just have to walk a block or two northeast and then come back. This is adventurous, actually. I'm having fun now, not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna stream until my phone dies. And would you look at that? There's a side street here. I didn't even realize its presence. They kept it nice and hidden. Maybe if no, I can't actually. They fenced off access on the other side too from that street. We'll just have to walk to Lakeshore and then loop back on from the other side of that side street. We can't go to the north side because they're still reconstructing the sidewalk and a new bike trail, but we can get one last quick look if those you want. Alright, now let's head back east one block. I'm sure there won't be a fence at Commissioner Street if I go one road east. Then we'll get to continue our way west towards Cherry Street. So we're going to be going right here unless signage says we can't. Looks like we cannot on that side. Looks like we can on the left side though. In fact, if there's no sidewalk, then it's actually safer to walk on the left side. Unless signage says it's a no pedestrian or bicycle zone. A lot of people park here anyways, so. looks like we'll have a sidewalk on that side starting here. So I'll cross here once it's safe. That's where we were just a few minutes ago, on the other side of that, the other end of that road. And we have a unidirectional bike lane here for southbounds and a pedestrian zone beside it. All right, so now we're back at Commissioner Street. What is that? And it looks like they haven't actually constructed a sidewalk yet on here, but between those two fences, I'm sure that's where it'll be. I'll have to either walk on, well, I can't really walk that far on the grass, so. This is a bike lane, so, but there's a sidewalk on the other side, so I'm gonna have to cross when it's safe. Always look both ways before crossing. For those of you that don't know, it's rush hour right now in Toronto, but it doesn't usually get that busy on Commissioner Street during rush hour right now, thankfully. Alright, so now it looks like we finally made it past, or at least around, the barrier at Roadway. So we'll finally be able to continue our way westbound to Cherry Street. Oh, there's some heavy trucks. There's a lot of them. So now from here, we're on the newly constructed portion of Commissioner Street. Beside me is a unidirectional bike lane that's protected, and the white portion where I'm walking on is the sidewalk. And the other side will soon have a sidewalk as well as a protected unidirectional bike lane. And then over at Roadway, you'll see that they have all protected intersection elements added with dedicated bicycle signals and 3 section signals, all 12-inch, with a permissive green ball for each direction. Just gonna take a quick look again. Bicycles. I'm gonna wait here and just take a look at what we got. There's corner protections on each corner, well, each leg, intersection corner, whatever you like to call it. And all directions, as of recently, they have a new leading pedestrian and bicycle interval, which in my opinion doesn't make sense right now, especially with that the road is closed, nobody can turn. So I think it's totally counterproductive with the road not being open. I don't even know why pedestrians have a pedestrian signal when the road is closed, because there's nobody to wait for. I think that as long as they have the road closed, they should have just kept the signals bagged or covered until it reopens. And I'm gonna just wait for the bicycle to go and then continue our way west. And it looks like the sidewalk ends here actually, so we're gonna have to cross Commissioner Street again. Yeah, see, drivers, I mean, it makes sense here because like there's nobody crossing and the road is closed, there's no traffic, so I'm perfectly fine, and I support the driver's reason for why they ran that red light. I mean, really, there's nobody, no traffic, no bicycles, no pedestrians. I'm not sure why they even have the signals active this time, though. I'll take the next light, though. Every direction at this intersection has a leading bicycle and pedestrian interval, but I only support that for southbound and northbound because people have to turn from southbound. And for eastbound, I'll just stand here. And for eastbound, it looks like we have a dedicated left turn lane and a through lane. That's good. So if they want to add a protected, permissive, or fully protected left turn signal, they can do that. For westbound, they only have one shared through and right lane, but I think that the yellow buffer zone in the middle should be relocated to a through lane and then put a dedicated right turn lane next to it in case they want to add any right turn phasing. But now that we're finally past here, it says no trespassing. There was no signage that says no trespassing on the other side of that, so I had no clue that I wasn't supposed to be there because they opened it up. There's the new Commissioner Street bridge. The inside of that bridge is painted orange. And there's a TTC Nova bus, Route 114, Queensquay East, heading on that new bridge. They even have an area where we can sit down and just enjoy the scenery. I just love this bridge style and everything. Oh, I can really feel that bridge rumbling with that heavy truck though. I'm sure the bridges are meant to handle that though. There's an Nova bus, another Route 114 hitting on that new bridge. I just love the style of this. It's too bad people already put graffiti on that. I'm disappointed about that. And here we have new mid-block pedestrian signals. I don't think the stop line needs to be that far back though from the signals. It just means they'll need a longer all-road interval to clear. Why not have it close like where the stop line for bicycles is? You won't need an all-road interval for vehicles if it's that close. I'm not going to cross here though, because there's plenty of other places I can, and I don't want to stop traffic just to get a video of the signals. I mean, I think they're coordinated, but I love these signals. I'll continue on the north side for now. We have another signalized intersection here with some more protected intersection elements. Only authorized vehicles are allowed to turn onto that side street though. And we have another level 1 type A pedestrian crossover. There's 2 actually coming up. Now with this pedestrian crossover, this actually used to be a traffic signal, and before Cherry Street, the new Cherry Street opens, Cherry Street used to end right here where this pedestrian crossover is. Or no, Commissioner Street used to end somewhere around here where the pedestrian crossover is. They relocated it further west, and they removed the traffic signals here and converted it to this level 1 type A pedestrian crossover, because there's not as much traffic there at all anymore. So I'm gonna make a left. I'm gonna go left at the lights to that yellow bridge, and then I'm gonna go right to the red bridge or to Lakeshore. And if my phone has enough battery power, then I'll go to along Mill Street. So over here we have no going straight for westbound except authorized vehicles. There's a dedicated left and right turn lane for westbound. Eastbound only has 1 lane. For the north leg, southbound approach, we have 1 through only lane and 1 dedicated left turn lane. And then northbound has a through only and dedicated right turn lane. So I'm going to be going south once my light is on, that is. There's a leading pedestrian bicycle interval for westbound and eastbound, and I support this leading pedestrian bicycle interval for westbound because almost nobody can go straight. And I appreciate the fact that right turns are not allowed on red either. Southbound also has a protected permissive left turn green arrow and a right turn overlap for westbound. I don't think we're going to get to see it on, though, this cycle, sadly. I wanted to see it come on, because I don't think that people are going to arrive in the left turn lane in time to trigger it, unless it comes on this fixed time, but I don't think it's coming on this cycle. Oh, it actually did come on. Awesome. It must be fixed time. And that's your cue to turn right, drivers. Turn right. You have a right turn overlap. Well, I'm glad it allowed enough time for everyone to make it. Alright, I think I'm going to have to cross to the other side actually to get a good look at that bridge. So let's do that. I believe these signals operate as semi-actuated pedestrian for the mode of control. There's even a dedicated right turn bike lane too, and bike boxes. They're going to be extending the park further west, and they're saying at some point it's going to open in 2026 or something. I love how this bridge is lit up this time. What a beauty. So this one is painted yellow on the inside. The first bridge I was on was the double length Commissioner Street Bridge. It was painted orange. This one is painted yellow. Or is it gold? I'm not sure. Looks more yellow to me, at least during the daytime. Alright, and this is as far south as I'm gonna go, because after this bridge all we have is a stop sign controlled intersection where the Reconstruction projected intersection elements came to an end. There used to be traffic signals at the next intersection, but they converted it to a three-way or four-way stop sign. So I think that highlighted the videos here. So I'm just going to turn around and head north to the third Commissioner Street Bridge, the Cherry Street Bridge. I'm on Cherry Street, Commissioner Street. It's just because of the wind, not anything else. I'm going to actually take a moment here because I think I might have left my backpacks open the whole time. If I lost one, that would be terrible. Let me just stop and check for a moment. No, it's closed. I don't know why it felt like it was open. Okay, good. There's the projected permissive left turn phase. I'm just gonna. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to put my glove back on. I'm gonna cross this way first, anyways. So I'm gonna be going to the opposite diagonal corner. I want to get another shot of the projected permissive left turn. Alright, what's the countdown number? What number does it start at? 14. Well, maybe if the signals turn red on everyone turning left, it'll increase the chances that if the green arrow was not fixed time, then we'd get to see it on. Alright, so the left turn lane has a lot of vehicles there this time. Countdown stops. At least the green light extends to give back the lost time of 5 seconds. Alright, let's see, is the green arrow going to come on? Yes, it will. Awesome. That must be the maximum green arrow time. I don't think the overlap interval needs to be that long, though. It's encouraging drivers to turn ahead as the truck driver properly yields. Alright, so we'll continue north to the twin bridges up ahead, and then I'm going to check how much battery I have left in my phone. If I don't have enough battery to go to Mill Street and Parliament Street, then if I have enough battery to go to Mill and Parliament, I'll do that via Cherry Street then Mill Street, but otherwise I'll just head back. My phone battery doesn't last long. Video mode or YouTube mode makes my battery last the shortest. Like I would say, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for 64 minutes and 44 seconds. And what's my phone battery at? I'm at 30%. I was at 77% when I started, so I used about 47% of battery in 65 minutes. So I would say it has a 2-hour capacity or something. But since I won't have enough battery to go as far as I want to, I'm just gonna go to those two twin bridges there, and then I'm gonna probably end the stream. But I might continue as a part 2 another day for where I want it to continue afterwards. Not sure what that driver's stopping for. set of the new Cherry Street bridges. The first one we went on was at Commissioner Street double link. That one was painted orange. The one further south behind us was painted yellow, and this twin set here is painted red. Look at that. Now, the reason there are two sets of bridges here is because the one to my left that's lit up, that's for vehicle motor traffic, and the one I'm standing on is actually going to be for when they extend the Queen's Quays to streetcar line in the future. So until then, we'll be allowed to walk on it. I just love it. I love how it looks lit up at night especially. Signals, that's where the reconstruction of Cherry Street finishes off. There's a pedestrian crossover, one more right there, and then the traffic signals, and then that's going to be it. But let me just check my phones. I'm at 27% battery, so I'm probably going to end the stream here, but I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and I hope to continue a part 2 on this stream at some point. The reason I'm stopping here is because I don't have enough battery left in my phone to continue going where I want to go. I'm hoping to come back for a part 2. I just can't guarantee anything yet though. But thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.